Hello, welcome. So we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question. Question 1. A beam of light that comes to the same point from different direction is called A. Parallel, B. Divergent, C. Convergent, D. Beam of light. So before we start, before we pick our answer, we're going to be looking at the meaning of these terms. A. Parallel. Parallel simply means two lines or rays of light that never meet. That's parallel. So definitely parallel cannot be an answer because the question says a beam of light that come to the same point. Then B is divergent. Divergent means light rays spreading of light rays from a point, and the question says come to the same point from a different direction. So definitely divergent cannot be the answer. Then C says convergence. Convergence simply means coming from different directions but meeting at the same point. So this is convergent. And then D says beam of light. Like we know, the beam of light, that's the light rays coming out from maybe a torch. That's the collection of light rays is known as the beam of light. So from this explanation, we'll see that our answer is C, convergence. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of these videos. Thank you. Welcome. Today we are going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 2. When light is dispersed by a triangular prism, A or an dash is formed. A. Echo, B. Dispersion, C. Image, and D. Spectrum. Now we have to know the meaning of all these terms, echo, dispersion, and image, and spectrum, before picking our right answer. Now echo. Echo simply means the reflection of light of sound. Reflection of sound. That's what echo means, to reflect sound. Then B says dispersion. Dispersion means to scatter. Dispersion means to scatter lights. To scatter lights. That's what dispersion means. Then as you know, image. Image is like what you see in a mirror. When you stand in front of a mirror, or when you place an object in front of a mirror, what you see is an image. You see an image of that object. Then spectrum. The word spectrum here is a range of lights, or a range of colors. Yes, a range of colors that is presented when light rays passes through a triangular prism. That's a spectrum. Spectrum is a range of colors. We know these colors. That's the red beef, the red, the orange, the yellow. That's the royal beef. The red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the indigo, and the violet. So this make up the spectrum. So when light is dispersed by a triangular prism, A or an spectrum is formed. So from this option, our answer is D. So our answer is spectrum. Thank you very much. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of our updates. Thank you. Welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 3. Desert enrichment is encouraged by the following human activities except A. Afforestation, B. Bush burning, C. Deforestation, and D. Overgrazing. Now before we start, we're going to look at the meaning of desert enrichment. Desert enrichment simply means the destruction of deserts. So now we are looking for all the factors that will lead to the destruction of the deserts, and then out of all these options we'll pick the one that does not lead to the destruction of the desert, because they said desert enrichment is encouraged by the following human activities except. So we are looking for that one that will not cause the destruction of the desert. Now we start with afforestation. Afforestation here simply means planting of trees. That's planting of trees. And definitely when you plant trees, what are you doing? You're trying to build the desert. B says what? Bush burning. That's the setting of bushes on fire. Now when you set bushes on fire, what are you trying to do? You're trying to expose the soil to harmful factors like sunlight and wind. Then C says deforestation, which means cutting down of trees. Cutting down of trees. Likewise, when you cut down trees, what do? You expose the soil to harmful factors. And overgrazing also, which means feeding on grasses. That is overfeeding on the grasses. Now from these options, you see that afforestation simply means planting of trees. Unlike bush burning, deforestation, and overgrazing that exposes the land to various factors that lead to desert enrichment, afforestation, by the way, helps to build the desert. It helps to protect the soil. So definitely afforestation is the answer, because it will not lead to desert enrichment. So our final answer here is afforestation. Thank you very much. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of our videos. God bless you. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 4. The ozone layer is important to man because it dash A. Absorbs ultraviolet, B. Causes cancer, C. Contains halocarbon, and D. Depletes easily. Now I want us to understand that the ozone layer is a layer in the atmosphere that is there to help humans, to help protect humans from certain adverse effects of ultraviolet rays such as the sun. Now A says absorb ultraviolet rays. Now the sun itself is an ultraviolet ray. It's an ultraviolet ray, and this sun is these ultraviolet rays are harmful to humans. So this ozone layer helps to do what? Absorb these ultraviolet rays. Then B says causes cancer. No, ozone layer does not cause cancer, because it absorbs all these rays that has a tendency to cause cancer in human. These cancers are like tumors. They grow in different parts of human and then cause havoc. Then it says halocarbons. Halocarbons are compounds that are made up of carbon and halogens. E.g., for example, like you have trioxomethane, like CH3Cl. This trichloromethane, this compound now is a halocarbon, but ozone does not contain this compound, so it's this compound, like it's not present in the ozone layer, so it doesn't give ozone layer its importance. Then depletes easily. Ozone layer, when depleted, is no longer important to human, because when ozone layer is depleted, what happens? This ultraviolet rays that is supposed to be absorbed gets down to the human, and then what causes havoc in the human skin, like cancer, tumors. So from the options, A says absorb ultraviolet rays. You see that A is correct, because ozone layer helps to absorb these ultraviolet rays that tends to what cause cancer or tumor in the human body. So the final answer here is absorbs ultraviolet ray, which is A. Thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of interesting videos. Thank you, and God bless you. Welcome. So today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 5. It says, beasts of burdens are animals that dash A. Carry load, B. Red for meat, C. Eat other animals, and D. Red for skin. Now before we start, I want us to understand the meaning of beasts of burdens. Beasts of burden. Now these beasts of burden are animals that are reared to do what? To carry out specific jobs in the farm, most especially. Like these animals, for instance, we have the camel, we have the bull. These animals are called beasts of burdens because what? They are trained, they are ready to carry out some specific jobs which include carrying of load, tilling of the land for planting. They help to till the land for planting. We call them beasts of burden. They can carry heavy loads. They can transport loads from one place to another. That's why we refer to them as beasts of burden, because that is what they do. And now from the option A says they carry load, B says they are reared for meat, C says they eat other animal, and D says they are reared for skin. Now I want you to know that these animals are not reared for what? They are not reared for meat at all, and they are not carnivores. Like see the bull, the donkeys, they are not carnivores. So and carnivorous animals are the animals that eat other animals, and also they are not reared for skin. They are not reared for skin at all. So definitely our answer here is what? Is A, which is carry load. These animals are trained to carry load and do other jobs in the farm work. Thank you very much for listening and watching our video. Please do well to subscribe to get more of our interesting videos on past question. Thank you and God bless you. Hello, good morning. So today we're going to be taking Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 6. Which of these can be used to demonstrate the magnetic field pattern around a bar magnet? Which of these can be used to demonstrate the magnetic field pattern around a bar magnet? A. Ball bearing, B. Charcoal, C. Galvanometer, and D. Iron filing. Now I want us to take this option one after the other. Now A says ball bearing. Now I want you to understand that ball bearing is also a metal, but due to the large density of this ball bearing, it cannot be used to demonstrate the magnetic field pattern due to its large density. So it cannot be used to demonstrate this magnetic field pattern, because let's assume this magnetic field is actually weak. You will notice that it won't be able to reflect on this ball bearing. Also, the charcoal itself, we know that charcoal is a non-magnetic solid, so therefore it cannot be affected by magnetic field. And then galvanometer is an instrument that is used to measure current. That small current is used to measure minute current, and so cannot be. Then iron filing are like small particles of iron, and due to their low density and their low weight mass, you notice that they are easily affected by this magnetic field. When iron filing find themselves in a magnetic field, they are easily attracted, because they have low mass or low density. So from these options, we see that our answer is iron filing, which is D. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 7. The following are agrochemicals except A. Iodine, B. Herbicide, C. DDT, and D. Fertilizer. Now let's explore these options. Like we know, iodine is not an agrochemical at all. Iodine is not an agrochemical, and you know we have to pick an option which is not an agrochemical. But before we decide on our answer, let's move forward. Herbicide. Herbicide are chemicals. They are chemicals that are used to kill weeds. We use herbicides to kill weeds, so definitely they are agrochemicals. Then DDT. The full meaning of DDT is diphenyl trichloroethane, and this DDT is an agrochemical. Then we have fertilizer. Like we know, fertilizer are used to boost the growth of plants. So therefore, herbicides, DDT, fertilizers are what? Are agrochemicals. But iodine, on the other hand, is not an agrochemical. So therefore, our answer is iodine. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 8. Plants survive in water because A. The cuticle is thick and well developed. The leaves have well developed airspace. The shoots are well developed. And D. The trunk is big. Now, I want you to understand that plants that survive in water or that live in water are called hydrophytes. They are called hydrophytes. Hydrophytes are plants that live or survive in water, and these plants have specific characteristics that enable them to survive in this water. Now, it says the cuticle is thick and well developed. I want you to understand that plants that lives in water has thin cuticle. The cuticle is thin, not thick. So therefore, A cannot be the answer. B says the leaf have well developed airspace. Yes, plants that survive in water has a well developed airspace. Now this airspace is required for what? For respiration. It is required for respiration. Now C says the shoots are well developed, which is wrong. Plants that survive in water have what? Poor developed shoots. Their shoots are poorly developed. And then D says the trunk is big. Like we know, trunk are usually associated to what? To trees. Trunk are associated to trees, and plants that lives in water do not possess trunk. They do not possess trunk. So therefore, from this we can see that our answer is B, which is the leaf have well developed airspace that enable them to what? To respire. It enable the exchange of gases. So the answer here is B. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please do it to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 9. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 9. What is the population density of 2 million lizards living in a 10,000 kilometer area? What is the population density of 2 million lizards living in a 10,000 kilometer area? A, you have 0.002, B, 0.200, C, 0.020, and D, 200.0, which is 200. Now, you know this involves calculation, so first of all, we need to know the formula for calculating the population density.
There's somebody that brought application yesterday.
Now, population
How few people updated it?
density
Blessing.
is equal
The
to
person that brought it
the total population.
You need to tell Emmanuel about it. Somebody brought application
All over
yesterday.
the
You didn't tell
total
Emmanuel
area.
about it. Huh?
Now we have 2,000 and 2 million lizards living in a 10,000 kilometer area. So we have 2 million lizards living in a 10,000 kilometer area. So what do? We divide. 0 we cancel 0, this 0 we cancel this 0, this 0 we cancel this 0, and this we cancel this. So we are left with what? We are left with 200. So our population density of 2 million lizards living in a 10,000 kilometer area is 200, which is D. So D is our final answer, 200. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 10. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 10. The ability of an organism to survive in the place where it lives is called A. Habitat, B. Population density, C. Ecology, and D. Adaptation. Now let's pick these options one after the other. A says habitat. Now habitat is a place where an organism lives. But the question says the ability of an organism to survive in a place where it lives means the ability of the organism to survive in a habitat is what you're looking for, not the place where the organism lives, which is habitat. Then population density, on the other hand, is defined as the ratio of the total population to the ratio of the total population then to the total area, which is not our answer. Why ecology, on the other hand, ecology is the study of the relationship or relation between living things and their environment. But then adaptation, on the other hand, is the ability. Adaptation here is the ability of an organism to survive in its habitats. The ability of an organism to survive in its habitats. That is what adaptation. The ability of an organism to survive in its habitat, and habitat is a place where an organism lives. So therefore our answer is adaptation. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of our past question videos. Question 11. During photosynthesis, solar energy is converted to dash energy. During photosynthesis, solar energy is converted to dash energy. A. Chemical, B. Heat, C. Light, and D. Mechanical. Before we pick our answer, I would like us to know the meaning of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis simply means the process by which plants manufacture food using sunlight, chlorophyll, and water. So now you see, photosynthesis is the process by which plants manufacture their food using sunlight, chlorophyll, and water. Now, they use sunlight, which is the solar energy, but they are converting this sunlight to what? To food. And like we know, food is what? Food are chemicals. So the energy present in food are what? Chemical energy. While the sunlight here is the solar energy. So definitely, during photosynthesis, this sunlight, solar energy, is being converted to what? To chemical energy present in food. And from here, we have A. Chemical, B. Heat, C. Light, and D. Mechanical. Definitely, our answer here will be what? Will be chemical. So chemical is our answer. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 12. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 12. The following are genotypes except A, AA, B, AB, C, AC, and D, AS. Now, before we pick our answer, I want us to know the meaning of genotype. And what is genotype? Genotype simply means the sum total of genetic material in the body. So the sum total of genetic material in the body is known as what? Genotype. And these genotypes are expressed in various ways. Now A here says what? AA, and AA is actually what? A genotype. Then AB is not a genotype. AB is a blood group, it's a type of blood group. AC here is a genotype, and AS here is a genotype. So from this you will see that AB is our right answer, because AB is not a genotype, it's a what? It's a type of blood group. So our answer here is what? AB. Thank you very much. Please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 13. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 13. The conversion of grassland into desert is known as. The conversion of grassland into desert is known as A. Afforestation, B. Agroforestry, C. Deforestation, and D. Desertification. Now we can't pick our answer if we don't understand the meaning of these terms. So we are going to starting with afforestation. Now afforestation simply means the planting. It is the act of planting of trees. And definitely when you engage yourself in tree planting, you are not converting a grassland to desert. Instead, you are trying to make up what? A grassland. Then B says what? Agroforestry. Agroforestry is a branch of agriculture that deals with what? That deals with the production or the maintenance of a forest. So agroforestry deals mainly in forest, and definitely forest cannot be a desert. Now we have what? Deforestation. Deforestation simply means what? The act of falling trees. Act of falling what? Trees. You either fall trees for what? For wood, in order to make doors, in order to make chairs and tables. That's deforestation, falling of trees. Then that's desertification here. Desertification, from the name desertification, it simply means what? The formation of deserts. It simply means the formation of deserts, and it's also known as the conversion of grassland into a desert. That's the desertification. The process is involved in converting what? A grassland into desert is known as desertification. So from this you see that what? Our answer is D. Desertification. D. Thank you very much. Please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 14. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, Question 14. Which of the following is an economic importance of a forest? Which of the following is an economic importance of a forest? A. Breaking water cycle, B. Logging, C. Firewood, and D. Flooding. Now we need to understand what they asked us to find. They say the economic importance. Now that's the importance of what? Forest to our economy. the economic importance of a forest. Now, A says breaking of water cycle. This does not affect our economy at all, It doesn't affect our economy. Breaking of water cycle does not affect economy. Economy doesn't affect economy. Now, logging. What does logging means? Logging simply means what? Falling trees or cutting down trees for the purpose of what? For purpose of what? Making chairs, tables, and all that wooden wooden materials or other wooden equipment. So logging simply means what? The cutting down of trees. And definitely for you to get these trees, you get them in the forest. And you know, when you cut down these trees now and you process them into chairs, tables, and doors and various wooden equipment, they are being sold, and this will generate income. So it affects what? It affects the economy. Firewood, on the other hand, is just the burning of wood, using wood as firewood. You cut down trees and then you convert them to firewood. It doesn't affect the economy or have any importance on the economy. And D, flooding. Flooding also has no importance on the economy. So from this you see that our answer is what? Is B. Our answer is B, which is logging. So logging is our answer, B. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless you. Welcome. Today we're going to be taking Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 15. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 15. The unit of heredity is called dash. The unit of heredity is called dash. A, chromosome. B, gametes. C, gene. And D, homozygous. Now we have to understand what heredity means. Heredity simply means what? The transfer of traits from parents to offspring. So heredity means the transfer of traits from parents to offspring. So that's what heredity means. Now they are asking us for the units of heredity. A says chromosome. Now what is chromosome? What is chromosome? Chromosome are what? Rod-like. They are rod-like structures. Rod-like structures that holds what? That holds the gene. That holds gene. They are rod-like structures that hold gene. Then gametes, on the other hand, gametes is also known as what? This gametes is known as sex cells. They are sex cells. Example of these sex cells include the sperm in male and the eggs in females. So these are gametes. Then gene. Gene simply means what? Gene is the unit of inheritance. Gene is the unit of inheritance. Therefore, gene is the unit of heredity. It is the basic unit of heredity, the basic unit of what? Inheritance. Gene is the basic unit of inheritance, and that means heredity. Homozygous here just simply means same chromosome. So from this you see that our answer is what? Is gene. C, gene. Our answer is gene. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless you. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 17. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 17. When electric current is passed through an electric motor, dash happens. When electric current is passed through an electric motor, dash happens. A, the coil rotates. B, the coil rotates. C, the accumulator rotates. And D, the magnet vibrates. Now, before we pick our answer, I'd like us to understand that an electric motor is an instrument that converts electricity to motion. That is, it converts electricity to mechanical energy. And now, how does it do this? It does this through the help of a magnet. So definitely, when you pass a current through an electric motor, the first thing that happens is that this current gets to the magnetic field, thereby creating an electromagnetic field. So when these currents get to the magnet, what happens? It causes the magnet to vibrate. The magnet initially vibrates, and due to this vibration of the magnet, the magnet now causes the coil to rotate. But from the question here, the question says is when electric current is passed through an electric motor, the first thing that happens is that the magnet does the magnet vibrates. So from this, you see that it's after the vibration of the magnet that the coil rotates. So our answer here is D, which is the magnet vibrates. Thank you very much, and please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Welcome. We're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question 18. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question 18. Diffusion is fastest in A. Gases, B. Liquids, C. Solids, D. Both liquids and gas and solids. Now, for us to pick our answer, we need to understand the meaning of diffusion. Now, diffusion simply means the movement of solids, that is, be it gases, be it liquid or solid, from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration until it is evenly distributed. So it just simply means the movement of substances, be it gas, liquid or solid, from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Take for instance, when you put potassium permanganate in water, what happens? The water begins to turn purple, but it doesn't just become purple suddenly. It becomes purple gradually from the top, and then it will now diffuse down to the bottom. Then in a few time, you notice that the entire water becomes purple. This is as a result of diffusion. Now I want you to understand that diffusion, or the rates at which this substance move, is inversely proportional to the mass or to their masses. This simply means that the rate at which these particles move now, that's the gas, the liquids or the solid, is inversely proportional to their mass. And like we know, it means that when the mass is very high, the rate of movement will be slow, and when the mass of this substance is small, the rate of movement will be fast. And if you can see from the option, A says gas, and we know that gases has lower mass than liquid, which also has a lower mass than solids. So definitely diffusion will be faster in gases because of their low mass and low density. So our answer is A, which is gases. Thank you very much, and please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question 19. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Hello, welcome. Today we are going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 19. All matter is made up of tiny particles called all matter is made of tiny particles called A atoms, B elements, C mass, and D properties. Now, like we know, matter matter simply means anything that has mass and occupy space. Anything that has mass and occupies space is known as matter. Now, they say matter is made of tiny particles called what? Now, for us to pick our answer, we have to understand the meaning of these terms. Now, number A says atom. Atom simply means what? Small, indivisible particles in a substance. So atoms are just like they are the smallest indivisible particles you find in matter. They are the smallest indivisible particles, very very tiny. While elements, on the other hand, here are what? Elements are substance. These are substance that cannot be divided or cannot be splitted into simpler forms. So elements are substance that cannot be splitted into simpler forms. Example of elements are, you have example is your hydrogen. Hydrogen is an element. Then mass here, on the other hand, is the quantity of matter in an object. That's the quantity of matter in an object. And like we know, properties, and that property just simply means what? The characteristics. That is what properties mean. Characteristics. So from this you see that what? Atom is our answer, because atoms are small. They are the smallest indivisible particles. Smallest indivisible what? Particles. Smallest indivisible particles is atom, found in matter. So our answer here is A, which is what? Atom. Our answer is atom, A. Thank you very much. Please do it to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. We're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 20. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 20. Convection is relevant in all these except A. Car radiator, B. Domestic hot water supply, C. Electric iron, and D. Wind system of the world. Now I want us to understand the meaning of convection. What convection simply means. Now, convection is a form of heat transfer. Is a form of what? Form of heat transfer. Convection is a form of heat transfer, whereby what? Heat is transferred from a hot region to a cooler region. And this convection, it occur mostly in fluids. That's your liquid and your gases. So it occur mostly in fluids. Now convection is like, it's a form of heat transfer, whereby heat is transferred from a hotter region to a cooler region, and it occur mostly in what? In fluid. That's your gases and liquid like water. Now they say convection is relevant in all these except a car radiator. Now in a car radiator system, in a radiator, what happens? You notice that the hot air are being what? Are blown outside. The hot air are blown outside. While the cooler air what? Are blown inside. Now the cooler air in the surrounding will be blown inside the car, but the hot air now from the car will be blown outside. That's in terms of what? Car radiator. So car radiator is relevant. Convection is relevant in car radiator. Now domestic hot water supply. In hot water supply, in your hot water supply, you notice that when you are boiling water, you apply heat from the bottom. Now, as the heat is going from the bottom, what happens? The heat begins to spread from the bottom. It begins to get to the top through the water, through the fluid. So it's also a form of what? It's a form of convection. It's also a form of convection. It's a form of convection. Now, your electric iron. The principle behind electric iron now is not convection. Instead, it electric iron undergoes what? Conduction, because conduction is a transfer of heat through intervening medium, that's by heating a medium. Now when you heat this when this electric iron is being heated up, the heat is being transferred through the solids, that's which is the metal. So electric iron does not undergo what? Convection. Instead, it undergoes what? Conduction. Now the wind system of the world, definitely you notice that when there's a hot wind, the wind begins to blow from the hotter side to the cooler to the cooler region, and this is what? Convection. So car radiator undergoes convection. Domestic water supply also exhibits conduction. Electric iron does not exhibit convection, it exhibits what? Conduction. And wind system of the world exhibits what? Convection. So our answer here is C, which is what? Electric iron. Electric iron does not undergo or does not apply the principle of what? Convection. Instead, it applies the principle of conduction. So C is our answer, electric iron. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. So today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 21. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 21. Which of the following is the use of bitumen? Which of the following is the use of bitumen? A as fuel, B for cooking, C for road surfacing, and D to produce lubricants. Now I want us to understand that bitumen is a form of what? Hydrocarbon. Bitumen is an example of hydrocarbon. It's an hydrocarbon. Bitumen is an hydrocarbon. That is, it is made up of what? Carbon and hydrogen. Carbon and what? Hydrogen. So bitumen is a form of hydrocarbon. That's, you get bitumen as a product of what? Of crude oil. When crude oil undergoes what? Fractional distillation, you get what? Bitumen. Now after crude oil undergoes fractional distillation, so you get crude oil. From crude oil you get what? Bitumen. You get bitumen from crude oil. Now after crude oil undergoes fractional distillation, what happens? You have all products, and one of these products is bitumen. Now each of these products has their own use. Now bitumen is not used as fuel, like I said. No, it is not used for fuel. You know what fuel is? Fuels are those substances that we use to power our machines. So bitumen is not used to power machines. It's not used for fuel. Likewise, it's not used for what? For cooking. No, bitumen is not used for cooking. C says bitumen is used for road surfacing. Yes, you notice your roads today. You see that your roads are dark and shining. It is bitumen that is used to surface these roads. It gives the road the surface, the shining surface, and the luster that makes it what? Pleasant for the use of our motor vehicles. So bitumen is used for what? Road surfacing. Now this says to produce lubricants. No, bitumen are not used to produce lubricants, because what? They are not like, they do not have this viscous property. It's that it does not have the viscous property, this viscous nature. It does not have the viscous nature, so it cannot be used for lubricants. So from this, you see that our answer is C, which is what? For road surfacing. So bitumen is used for road surfacing. C is our answer. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of our past questions. Goodbye. Hello, welcome. We're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 22. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 22. If crates of 1000 Newton is dragged horizontally by an engine along a floor of distance 6 meters in 5 seconds, what is the power of the engine in watts? What is the power of the engine in watts? A 500 watts, B 1200 watts, C 900, and D 1000. Now I want us to understand that we are asked to look for power. Power. And like we know that power is defined as work done all over time taken. And work done here is equals to your force times distance, which is D. So definitely power will be equals to what? Force times distance over time taken to perform this work. And here now they say if a crate of 1000 Newton, so the force to overcome this weight is also will be equivalent to what? 1000. So our force F will be equivalent to what? The weight, which is equals to 1000 Newton. And then the distance here, the distance D, is equals to 6 meters, and our time T is equals to 5 seconds. So therefore our power will be equals to force, which is 1000, multiplied by the distance 6 all over time taken, which is what? 5. So from here we're going to have 6000 all over 5, and this is equals to 1200 watts. So therefore the power of the engine in watts to drag a 1000 Newton crate along a distance of 6 meters in 5 seconds is equals to 1200 watts. So 1200 B is our answer. Thank you very much. Please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question 23. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question 23. It says the product of force and distance moved in the direction of the force is known as. The product of force and distance moved in the direction of the force is known as A. Energy, B. Power, C. Work, and D. Force. Now we need to understand the meaning of this concept before we can pick our answer. A says energy, and we know that energy simply means the ability to do work. Energy simply means the ability to do work. And power here say is meaning what? Power is what? Work done over time taken. That is work done over time taken. Over time taken. And work here simply means what? Force times distance. Force times what? Distance. And force here on the other hand is that which causes a change in direction or what? Or motion. So now from the question says the product of force and distance move in the direction of the force is known as. Definitely we know it can't be energy, because energy is the ability to do this work, and it can't be power because power was relates work with time, and there's no time given in this in our question. Then work here simply means what? Force times distance. That work simply means what? The product of force and distance what? In the direction of this force. That is work. And force on the other hand is that which causes what? A change in direction of an object, either in motion or at rest. So from this we see that our answer is C, which is work, because work is force what? Times distance. That is the product of force and distance in the direction of the force. So our answer is C, which is what? Work. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question 24. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question 24. Currents can be measured directly with. Currents can be measured directly with A. Voltmeter, B. Altimeter, C. Ammeter, and D. Ohm meter. Now for us to pick any of these options, which is the instrument that measures current, first we must know the words. We must know the units of current. We must know the units of current, because it is these units that will direct us, that will be a guide for us to know the instrument that measures what current. Now the units for current is what ampere. The units for current is ampere, and A says voltmeter. Now I want you to understand that voltmeter measures in what? Measures volts, which is a unit of what? Voltage. So definitely that can be an answer. Altimeter here on the other hand, altimeter is not an instrument that measures any quantity that deals with what? Electricity. So does not measure what? Electrical quantities. Electrical quantity. Now C here says what? Ammeter. Ammeter is C. Ammeter. C says what? Ammeter. Now ammeter measures in what? Ampere. It measures ampere, and ampere is a what? Is a unit of what? Is a unit of current. Ampere is a unit of current. And D here says what? Ohm meter. Now ohm meter measures in what? It measures in ohms. Ohms. And ohms is a unit of what? Is a unit of resistance. Is a unit of resistance. Ohms is a unit of resistance. So from this, you see that our answer is C, which is ammeter, because what? Ammeter measures in ampere, and ampere is a unit of current. So our answer is C, ammeter. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 25. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 25. Which of the following is not a disease vector? Which of the following is not a disease vector? A. Black fly. B. Fly. C. Butterfly. And D. Cockroach. Now I want us to understand the meaning of a vector. Now what does vector mean? A vector is simply an organism. Vector is an organism that transmits what? Diseases. So in that sense, it means that what? Vector are what? Disease carrying organisms. They are disease carrying organism. That's just a simple definition of a what? Of a vector. Now the question says, which of the following is not a disease vector? That is, we have to pick an option of which of these insects that do not what transmit disease or that do not carry what disease. Now A says what? Black fly. I want us to understand that what? Black fly is a what? Is a vector. Black fly is a vector. It carries what? It carries a nematode that causes what? River blindness. River blindness. So this is a disease what it carries. Black fly carries disease, river blindness what? Disease. Now fly on the other hand, fly. I'm very sure most of us have heard of this word fly. Fly what transmits or the causes what? Sleeping sickness. They causes what we call sleeping sickness. Whenever you are being bitten by what fly, you notice that the person begins to sleep what anyhow. So it's caused by what? Butterfly. Fly. Now butterfly on the other hand, what is not a vector. It's not a vector. So butterfly is not a vector. Butterfly is just a what? Is a pollinating agent. A pollinating agent. A pollinating agent. So that's what butterfly is. Butterfly is a pollinating agent, so it's not a vector. Now cockroach, which is what? D, is a vector. Cockroach is a what? Cockroach is a vector. And what does it transmit? It transmits what? Diarrhea. Diarrhea. They transmit diarrhea, dysentery, and the rest. So from this you see that what? Black fly is a vector that causes what? River blindness. Fly is a vector that causes what? Sleeping sickness. Butterfly is not a vector, is a what? Is a pollinating agent. And I say D, cockroach causes what? Diarrhea, dysentery. So from our option you see that what? C is our answer, which is what? Butterfly. Butterfly is not a disease vector. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 26. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 26. A typical animal cell differs from a plant cell because of the absence of dash. A. Nucleus, B. Vacuole, C. Cytoplasm, and D. Cellulose cell wall. Now I'm very sure we know what cell is. A cell is the basic unit of what? Of life. Cell is the basic unit of life, and all plants and animals have cells. And these plant and animal cells are not identical. Although there are some components of these cells that are identical, but also there are some differences in this cell. And now from our question, we have to pick out what a difference, some a characteristic or a component that is found in plants that is not found in what? In animal cell. And so by doing this, we are going to be drawing an animal cell. So an animal cell simply look like this. It simply look like this. So you have your what? You have your nucleus. This is the nucleus. Let's assume this is our nucleus. Then you have your what? You have your vacuole. So in an animal cell, you have your vacuole, and then you have your what? You have your cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm, and then you also have your what? You have your cell membrane. Note, cell membrane. This is a what? This is an animal cell. Animal cell. You also have other components of this animal cell, but that will not be important in this question. Now for a plant cell, you have a plant cell look like this. A plant cell look like this. Something like this. Something like this. Something like this. For the plant cell, then you have your what? You have your vacuole. You have your nucleus. So here is our what? Our vacuole. This is our what? This is our nucleus. Our nucleus. Then in here is your what? Your cytoplasm. Your cytoplasm. And here is your what? Your cell wall. Cell wall. That's cellulose cell wall. And then here is your what? This is your what? Cell membrane. Now you can see that from this, what happened? Cell membrane is common in both what? Plant and animal cell. Your cytoplasm is common in both plant and animal cell. The nucleus is what's common in both plant and animal cell, and the vacuole is common in both plant and animal cell, although the vacuole in the plant cell is larger than that in the animal cell. But then something is absent in the animal cell, which is present in the plant cell, and that is the what? Cellulose cell wall. This cellulose cell wall is actually important for the rigidity of plants. It gives them what? Their rigid structure. But in terms of animal cell, it is absent. So, and our question says what? A typical animal cell differs from a plant cell because of the absence of dash. And from our drawing or our diagram here, we see that what? Cellulose cell wall is absent in animal cell, but is found in plant cell. And I say is what? Is very important what? For rigidity. It's important for the rigidity. For the rigidity of the what? Of the plant cell. So cellulose cell wall is the answer. It is absent in animal cell. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hello, welcome. We're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 27. The temperature at which ice changes to water is called the dash. The temperature at which ice changes to water is called the dash. A. Melting point, B. Boiling point, C. Cooling point, and D. Yielding point. Now we're going to take these options one after the other. Now A says melting point. Now from the word to melt, that means melt means just to change from what? To change from solid to liquid. And you know that ice is in solid form. Ice is a solid. And water is in liquid form. So water is a liquid. So therefore melting point is the temperature at which what? Ice changes to what? Changes to liquid. At which ice changes to liquid. And the liquid here is what? Is water. So melting point is that temperature at which ice changes to liquid. Now on the other hand, boiling point is the temperature. It is the temperature at which the vapor pressure now. Remember, when you are boiling water, what happens? The pressure begins to increase. That's the vapor pressure of this water begins to increase. So the temperature at which this vapor pressure equal the atmospheric pressure, that's the pressure of the surrounding, equal what? Atmospheric pressure. We call that what? The boiling point. Atmospheric pressure. We call that boiling point. Now cooling point on the other hand here, in basic science, there's nothing like cooling point. What we have is freezing point. It's called freezing point, not cooling point. And this freezing point is the temperature at which what? Water changes from liquid to solid. That it changes from water to ice. Then yielding point on the other hand here now deals with what? Elasticity. Elasticity is an elastic property. That is that point whereby the point where what? Where an elastic material begin to break. Once an elastic material passes the yield point, what happens? It begins to what? It begins to break. When it passes the yield point, it breaks. That's it's what loses its elasticity completely. So the temperature at which ice changes to water is called the melting point. So it's changing from what? From solid to liquid. So our answer here is what? Our answer is A, melting point. Our answer is A, melting point. So A is our answer, melting point. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please do not forget to subscribe to get more of our videos. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 28. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 28. The unit of potential difference across any 2 points is dash A joule, B coulomb, C volts, and D ampere. Now, what they want us here to do here is to what? To pick out the units of potential difference. The unit of what? The unit of potential difference. Now, what is potential difference? You need to understand the meaning of potential difference. What does potential difference mean? Now, potential difference simply means what? The work done is the work done in carrying an electric charge. The work done in carrying an electric charge from one point to another in an electric field. So that's what potential difference means. The work done in carrying an electric charge from one point to another in an electric field is known as potential difference. Now this potential difference, since it's the work done in carrying an electric charge in an electric field, it's also equivalent to what? It is equivalent to voltage. So potential difference, we say, is equivalent to what? Voltage. We call it PD is equivalent to what? Voltage. And like we know, the unit for voltage is what? Is volts. The unit for voltage is volts. Now A says what? Joule. Like we know, joule is a unit of what? Work. That's when you're performing work. You measure work in joule. But now potential difference is a work done in what? In an electric field. So you cannot represent it by what? By joule. Then B says what? Coulomb. Coulomb is a unit for what? Electric charge. Is a unit for electric charge. So that's not our answer. And D here says what? Ampere. Ampere is a unit of what? Is a unit of current. So it can't be an answer. And C say what? Volts. Volt is a unit of what? Voltage. And like I say what? Voltage is equivalent to what? Potential difference. So therefore, our unit of potential difference is what? Is volts. So C is our answer. Volts. C is the unit of potential difference across any 2 points. So C is our answer. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to get more of our videos. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be doing Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 29. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 29. The opposition to the flow of current in an electric circuit is called dash. A. Potential difference. B. Resistance. C. Capacitance. And D. Inductance. So A says what? Potential difference. B says resistance. C says capacitance. And D says inductance. So now for us to pick our answer, we need to know the meaning of these terms in an electric circuit, because all this has importance what in an electric field. So we have to know the meaning of this. So first of all, we have what? Potential difference. And I say potential difference simply means what? The work done. It is the work done in carrying an electric charge, from one point to another, So that's just what potential difference means. But the question says what? The opposition to the flow of current. So definitely potential difference cannot be the answer. Then B says what? Resistance. B says resistance. Now resistance is what? It simply means the opposition. Resistance is the opposition to the flow of electric current. It is the opposition to the flow of electric current. Electric current. That's what B says. So B says resistance, and it is measured in what? It is measured in ohms. Now C says what? Capacitance. Capacitance simply means the ratio of the change in electric charge, to the change in what? To the change in potential difference. That's capacitance. And inductance here is just an effect. Inductance is an effect which is caused when what? When a current produced by a change in what? In magnetic field. When a current produced by a change in magnetic field is proportional, that's directly proportional to this what? To this magnetic field. When it's proportional to this magnetic field, we call that effect what? We call that effect inductance. So inductance is the effect produced when the current produced by a change in magnetic field is proportional to this what? Magnetic field. Now the question says the opposition to the flow of current in an electric circuit, and from this you see that B is an answer, resistance, because resistance is the opposition to the flow of electric current, and I said resistance is measured in ohms. So our answer is what? Is resistance. Resistance is the opposition to the flow of electric current in an electric circuit. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of our videos. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 30. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 30. Environmental pollution problems are generally more severe in countries which are. Environmental pollution problems are generally more severe in countries which are A. Many industries, B. Sparse population, C. Great land and mass, and D. Low birth rates. Now, what is environmental pollution? Environmental pollution simply means the release of harmful substances, be it liquid or gases or solid, to the surrounding or the what? Environment. That's just what environmental pollution means. So now the question says environmental pollution problem will be severe in countries which are what now in A says what many industries. Now in a country that there are many industries, what do you think will happen? There will be a what large or great release of waste. And you know that definitely this waste will lead to what pollution. Example of this waste include what gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur, oxide, CO2, SO2, all these gases they will cause what? They will lead to pollution. Even sewage from these industries, because a country with large industries will lead to what? Will lead to a severe environmental pollution, because some of these are wastes that are coming out from these industries will pollute the environment. Now, B says what? Sparse population. When a country has sparse population, the environmental pollution will be reduced, because the workforce now, or the activities that people have been carrying will be able to be reduced because the population is very low. So this sparse population just simply means what? Low population, low population, and what there will be a reduced environmental pollution. Now, C says great land mass. Great land mass. When it's a great land mass, what happens? There will be enough land for what? For disposal of refuse and sewages, thereby what? Leading to a less environmental pollution. So the environmental pollution will be less. Now this says low birth rates. Low birth rates will lead to what? Sparse population. It will lead to sparse population, because the country will not be crowded. So the environmental pollution will be reduced. So from this you can see that our answer is A, which is what? Many industries. A country with large industries, with many industries, will suffer more from environmental pollution. There will be severe environmental pollution from countries with many industries. So the answer is A. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel to get more of our videos. Hello, good day. We're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 31. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 31. The AEDC or PHCN measures electricity consumed by customers in dash units. The AEDC or PHCN measures electricity consumed by customers in dash units. A watts, B joules per hour, C kilowatts per hour, and D volts per hour. Now I want us to know that AEDC here, AEDC here simply means what? AEDC simply means Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, and they are concerned with what? They are concerned with the distribution of electricity to the consumers. That's we as the consumers. Now this electricity they distribute to consumers is measured in a particular unit. So this question now is asking us what? To pick out the units at which this electricity AEDC is being measured. So this electricity that is being distributed to the consumers, we have to pick out the unit at which this electricity is being measured. Now A says watts. Now watts is a unit of what? Power. Watts is a unit of power. And you notice that watts is what? If you compare watts, which is a unit of power, to the amount of electricity that AEDC is distributing, it will be what? It will be very, very small. It will be very, very small. If you have to measure this electricity in terms of watts, it will be a very, very small what? Small distribution. Because when this electricity is being distributed, millions of people use this electricity at the same time. So distributing this electricity in watts will not be sufficient for the what? For the customers. Now B says joule per hour. Now joule here is a unit of what? Of work. Is a unit of work, which is not the units at which this electricity is being distributed. Then C says what? Kilowatts per hour. Kilowatts per hour. Now this kilowatts here simply means what? 1000 watts. 1000 watts. You see that this 1000 watts means what? It's very large. It's very large. So meaning they distribute electricity in kilowatts per hour, because the consumers, the customers that uses this electricity are very what, many. So and this electricity has to be what, released, or has to be distributed in large amounts, and so it has to be distributed what, in kilowatts, not watts. D here says volts per hour. Now volts is a unit of what? Is a unit of voltage, which is not a unit in which what this electricity is being distributed. Is not. So from this you see that our answer is kilowatts per hour. That's 1000 watts per hour, due to the what, large consumption of this electricity, because it is required by what, by multitude. So it has to be distributed in a large unit, which is in kilowatts per hour. So our answer here is C, kilowatts per hour. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos. Hello, good day. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 32. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 32. Sound travels faster through A. Metals, B. Water, C. Air, and D. Earth. Now our main aim here is to find what, the medium where sound travels what, fastest. A says metal, B says water, C says air, and D says earth. Now I want us to understand that sound is a form of wave. It's a form of wave, and it's also a what? It's also a form of energy. Also a form of energy. Now sound is known as a mechanical wave. Sound is a mechanical wave, and so therefore it requires material medium for propagation. So it requires a what? A material medium for propagation, meaning that sound cannot travel in a vacuum. It cannot travel in a vacuum, so it requires what? A material medium for propagation. And now, for when sound is being propagated in this medium, it has its speed, and this speed depends on the density of these materials. So the speed of sound is directly proportional. That is directly proportional to the density of the medium. So that means what you're trying to say is that what, the speed of sound will be faster in a denser medium and will be slower in the less dense medium. Now from our option A says metal, B says water, C says air, and D says earth. And the question says we should find the medium in which sound will travel what, fastest. Now from these options you see that what, option A, metal, is more denser than the other options, because what, metals have higher density than water, also higher density than air, and also higher density than the earth. So metal will be our answer. A is our answer, because A is more denser than the rest option here. So A is our answer, metals. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos. Hello, good day. So today we're going to be looking at the Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 33. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 33. Which of these is not a source of energy? A. Food, B. Fuel, C. Wood, and D. muscles. So we are looking for the option that is not a source of energy, which is not a source of energy. Now what is energy? We know that energy is what? Energy is the ability or the capacity to do work. Ability to do work. And this energy can exhibit what? In various forms. We have different types of energy. So we have the what? We have the chemical energy, we have the what? Light energy, we have the heat energy, we have the what? Mechanical energy, we have electrical energy as in electricity, and so on. So we are looking for now each of these type of energy is actually contained in different substances. So we are looking for an option now which is not a source of energy, where energy cannot be gotten. Now A says food, and A is a what? Food is a source of chemical energy. Food is a source of what? Chemical energy. So definitely A cannot be an answer, because food is a source of energy, which is chemical energy. Now fuel also is a form of what? Is a source of chemical energy, because from fuel, when fuel is being reacted with other substances, we get what? Energy, and it's a form of what? Chemical energy. So fuel is a source of energy. Then C also says wood. Wood also is a form of what? Energy. It's a source of energy, which is what? Chemical energy. It's a source of chemical energy, because when you ignite wood or when you burn wood, what happens? You get energy is being produced, light energy is produced, even heat energy is produced. So wood is a source of energy. Now D says muscle, and muscle is not a source of energy. So muscle is not a source of energy. So our answer is D, muscles, because all these three options here are what? They are sources of energy, and D is not a source of energy. And the question says we should find which of these is not a source of energy, which is what? D. So D is our answer, muscle. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Hello, good day. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 34. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 34. Which of the following is not an animal product? Which of the following is not an animal product? A. Fuzz, B. Feather, C. Latex, and D. Milk. So this question is trying to tell us that which of these cannot be gotten from animal. That is, which of these is not an animal derivative. Now A here says fur. Now fur simply means the hair on animal, like your ram. You can get fur from ram. So, and definitely it's because since ram is an animal, fur is what? Is an animal product. Now B here says feather, and like we know, feathers are mostly found in what? They are mostly found in birds. Mostly found in birds. And birds are what? Animals. So definitely feather is an animal product. Now D says milk. Milk is found in animal. Animals like, is a product of animal. Animals like cow, goats, pigs. You find them from animals, so they are animal products. So milk is an animal product. Then C here says latex. Latex. Now this latex, you cannot get latex from animal. You get latex from plants. So latex is a plant product, and mostly you get latex from plants like rubber. So this latex is used to make our rubber today, but you get latex from plants like rubber. So from this option you see that what? C is not an animal product, it is a plant product, a plant known as rubber. So C is our answer. Thank you very much, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Hello, good day. So we are going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 35. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 35. Two resistors of resistance 4 ohms and 8 ohms are arranged in series. The combined resistance in ohms is A 32, B 2, C 4, and D 12. Now we are asked to find the resistance of two resistors that are connected in series. And like we know that resistance is defined as the opposition to the flow of electric current in an electric circuit. Now there are two forms by which resistance and resistors are being arranged, either in series or parallel. Now for series, it's arranged like this. So this is for series, but in terms of parallel, you have something like this. You have something like this, and then you have something like this. So we say this is what? This is parallel. Why this is series? But now the question says the two resistors are arranged in what? In series. That is 4 ohms, 4 ohms, and 8 ohms. And now we have to find what? The combined resistance. Now for series, in order to find our combined resistance, which is the total resistance, what do? You just add this resistance R1 plus R2. Now here, this is our R1 and this is our R2. So when you add these two together, you have what? You have 4 plus 8, and this is equals to 12 ohms, because resistance is measured in ohms. So our answer is 12. And from the option here, you see that option D says 12. So D is our correct answer, 12 ohms. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Please do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos. Hello, good day. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 36. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 36. Iron ore is a mineral resource found in. Iron ore is a mineral resource found in. Now I believe you know what iron ore is. Iron ore is the raw material. Iron ore is the raw material. That's iron ore is the raw material for iron. Is the main raw material for iron. And now we have to ask, they were asked that where can we find this iron ore? That's where can we find it mostly as a mineral? Where is it found mostly? A says Ewekoro. Now I want you to know that Ewekoro is in what? Ogun State. It's in Ogun State. Ewekoro is in Ogun State. And here, things you find here is mostly what? Alunites. You find mostly alunites in Ewekoro, not iron ore. So mostly in Ewekoro in Ogun State, you find alunites. Now Bece here on the other hand is found in Oyo State. You find it in Oyo State. And here what you find mainly here is gold. You find gold here in Oyo State, in Bece in Oyo State. Now C says Ilesha is found in Osun State. You find Ilesha in Osun State, and the main mineral resources found in Ilesha is gold and mica. You find gold and mica. Now this is what? Itakpe. Now Itakpe is in what? Kogi State. Itakpe is in Kogi State, and the main mineral resource you find here is iron ore. You find iron ore mainly in Itakpe in Kogi State. So from this you see that what? D is our answer. D is our answer, which is what? Itakpe, which is in Kogi State. So it's D, Itakpe. That's where you find what? Iron ore. So the answer is D. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Hello, good day. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 37. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 37. Disease can be prevented through the following ways, except disease can be prevented through the following ways, except A. Choice of life partner, B. Tourism, C. Immunization, and D. Sanitation. So we have to choose an option which is not a way of preventing disease. Now A says choice of life partner. Choice of life partner. Now I want us to understand that the partner we choose determine our health status. Take for instance, maybe the partner you choose as your wife or as your husband is not healthy or has a disease or the other, or is infected with a particular disease. Now because you're living with this partner and you guys will share what things amongst yourself, it is possible that you become infected from this partner, from this partner. Like take for instance, we've heard of HIV/AIDS and other sexually transmitted diseases. Now if your partner is having any of these diseases, it's possible that you get infected with this disease. So choice of partner is a way of preventing what disease. Now B here says tourism, and we know that tourism simply means what? Traveling for what? For recreation or for recreational purpose. That is, you travel to see different places, different things, just to feed your eyes and all. So you see that tourism is not actually a way of what? Preventing disease. Now C here says immunization. Immunization simply means what? The application of vaccines in order to prevent what? Disease. In order to prevent disease. So immunization is a way of preventing disease. Now D here says sanitation, and sanitation simply means what? Keeping the environment clean. It's an act of keeping our environments clean. It's an act of keeping our environments clean. So you see that from this option, tourism here is not a way of preventing disease, because during tourism you travel from one place to another, you travel from different countries to another, and the country you are going to, there might be a prevalent disease there, and you going to that place now, you might just go out, endanger yourself. You might get infected with the disease that is prevalent there. So B is not a way of preventing disease. Tourism, you can prevent disease by the choice of life partner, by immunization, by sanitation, but by tourism you can't prevent disease. So our answer here is B, tourism. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more of our videos. Hello, good day. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 38. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 38. The following are petrochemical products except. The following are petrochemical products except A. Polythene, B. Rubber, C. Nylon, and D. Petrol. Now we have to find and pick an option which is not a petrochemical product. Now what does petrochemical mean? Petrochemical, in other words, simply means what? The crude oil. So petrochemical products are products of what? Crude oil. They are products of crude oil. So those are petrochemical products. That is the product we get after refining of crude oil. When crude oil is being refined, the product you get from the refinery of crude oil is what we call what? Petrochemical products. So we have to pick an option which is not a petrochemical product, which cannot be gotten after crude oil is being refined. Now A says polythene. Polythene is one of the products of crude oil. one of the products of crude oil. Likewise, what? Nylon and petrol. Now, once crude oil is being refined, once crude oil undergoes this process, you get what? Different products. Polythene is one of the products, nylon is one of the products, and petrol is one of the products. So we refer to them as petrochemical products. We call them petrochemical products because they are gotten from crude oil. Now, rubber here, on the other hand, is not a petrochemical product because you get rubber from plants. There's a plant named rubber. Rubber is a plant, and then the cell sap of this plant, which is the what? Which is the latex, is used to produce rubber. So rubber is not a petrochemical product. It is not a petrochemical product. It is gotten from plants. So our answer is B, rubber. Rubber is not a petrochemical product. Thank you very much and God bless you. Please ensure you subscribe to our channel for more videos. Hello, good day. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Fast Question, question 39. Bece 2019 Basic Science Fast Question, question 39. Soil erosion can be prevented by the following methods, except. Soil erosion can be prevented by the following methods except A. Contouring, B. Deforestation, C. Terracing, and D. Strip cropping. So we have to pick an option which is not a way of preventing soil erosion. Now, A says contouring. What does contouring mean? Contouring simply means what? Converting a slopy land, that's converting a slopy land now into what? Contours. That's making contours over a slopy land in order to prevent soil erosion. That is making lines across a slopy land. Making lines across a slopy land. Take for instance, you have a land that is slopy like this. So contouring simply means what? Making contours, making lines like this. That's when you're making your reduce. You make this line across this slopy land in order to reduce what? To reduce soil erosion. Now, C says terracing. Let's move to C. C says terracing. Now, terracing here simply means what? Converting a slopy land into steps. Now, take for instance, you have a slopy land like this. Now, the act of converting the slopy land into steps, into various steps. Let's say you have your first step like this, then you have the next step like this, the next step also like this. This is what's called terracing, converting a slopy land into step, and it helps to reduce or to control soil erosion. Now, strip cropping, on the other hand, here simply means what? Strip cropping means planting alternate crops in different lines, in different lines. The planting of alternate crop in different lines. Take for instance, you have a land like this, a slopy land like this. Maybe on this line you plant your maize, on the next line you plant maybe yam, on the next line you plant beans. This is what you call strip cropping. So it's the act of planting alternate crop in different lines. That's in the next line you plant a different crop, the next line you plant a different crop. Now, deforestation here simply means what? The act of falling trees. And now when you fall down these trees, what happens? You expose these trees, this land, you expose the soil to erosion. Once trees are falling, the soil is being exposed to erosion. So from this, you see that our answer is B. Deforestation. deforestation is our answer, because the rest, contouring reduces soil erosion, terracing reduces soil erosion, and strip cropping reduces soil erosion. So deforestation here we want to make the land prone to erosion. So our answer is B, deforestation. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Hello, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 40. Bece 2019 Basic Science Past Question, question 40. Which of the following is a cash crop? Which of the following is a cash crop? A. Beans, B. Cocoa, C. Corn, and D. Potato. Now, what is a cash crop, or what are cash crop? Now, cash crop simply means what? Crops that are cultivated mainly for processing and for export. Now you notice that cash crop is different from food crop. Cash crop is different from food crops, whereby food crops are crops that are cultivated. They are cultivated mainly for consumption. They are cultivated mainly for consumption. But cash crop, on the other hand, are crops that are cultivated mainly for processing and for export. That is, they are cultivated for the sole purpose of what? Making money. For the sole purpose of making money. Now, when you see from these are options, A says beans, and beans is a what? Beans is a food crop. Beans is a food crop. Corn is a food crop, and potato is a food crop. But cocoa here is what? Is a cash crop, because once you plant cocoa, it's not planted or cultivated for consumption directly. It is planted for the sole aim of what? Processing it into different products, and then also for what? For export. So B, cocoa is a cash crop, unlike beans, corn, and potato, which are food crops. So our answer is B, cocoa. Cocoa is a cash crop. Thank you very much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.